Hey everyone, my name is Charles Wilson, president of King of the Game Sports Media. One of the things I do to stay rooted or to stay grounded during these times of chaos or during these high pressure moments is just to remember my why. Why did I start this business? And for King of the Game, it was just being around sports, being around the student athletes, specifically high school student athletes, because we make a big impact in their lives by helping them reach their academic and athletic goals through sports highlights. So those help me. That helps me get through these times where I need to persevere. So I would challenge you all to, when you get to those tough times, remember your why to help you push through those moments.
One of the best ways to remain focused that works for me is to always remember why I do what I do. For instance, when I was younger, I grew up in the street life, and I ended up selling drugs and running with gangs and doing all sorts of things like that. And I experienced poverty at a very young age. I experienced divorce with my parents at a very young age, so I didn't want anyone else to experience that kind of pain. So I made it a point, as a part of my life's mission, to always help other people to overcome generational poverty and to help people deal with the pain that they have inside. So when I get frustrated, when life gets chaotic, when the wind starts blowing and I want to be frustrated about whatever is going on in life, I remember, I settle myself, and I think about why it is that I do what I do. And once you go back to your why, everything becomes clear again. Your mind is able to rest again, and you can get back on your mission because your why is always bigger than you.
Hi everybody, Tatiana here from Words and Wine Podcast. Some tips and tricks I used to handle high pressure situations or just chaos in our daily lives or in the world in general. The very first thing I will do is pray. That gives me the opportunity to release any negative thoughts in my mind. And then I will submerge myself into nature. So I'll go outside, get some fresh air, meditate, do some yoga, some movement. That's a big thing for me, is being active and moving my body, because it kind of lets me release any of that negative thought, negative energy out. So I encourage you all to do the same.
How do I stay rooted when chaos comes or when something happens and it upends my life? I try to live my life by F to the third power. My faith, my family, and my friends. Because one, if not all of them, are going to calm me down. One, if not all of them, are going to pull me off the ledge. One, if not all of them, are going to remind me that chaos does not come to stay. There is actually an expiration date. One of them, if not all of them, are going to continue to encourage me, show me a different perspective of how I can see the things that are going on around me. One, if not all of them, are going to pour into me, going to remind me of who I am, going to remind me of what I'm made of, what I'm capable of, what I have the ability to do, what I can change within my own right. One, if not all of them, are going to make me laugh. They're going to probably ask me to dance, tell me to jump around, sing, shout, cry, do whatever I need to do in order to make sure that I don't succumb to the chaos.
So, I got posed the question: how do I stay rooted, grounded, and focused in moments of chaos or in high pressure situations? And to be honest, I use it. I use it to my advantage. You know, those moments are hard to replicate, so why not lean into those? Why not take them for what they are? You know, they say diamonds are made under pressure, and diamonds are some of the most beautiful things in the world. And I choose to create some of the most beautiful things in the world. So why not lean in? Why not focus in? Why not zone in and use it to my advantage? And that's what I do.
Hey, you guys, it's LaMonique, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. So how I stay rooted in times of chaos is definitely reminding myself of the intention or purpose of what's at hand, setting like clear next steps in a progress timeline, and just execution, like staying within the timeline and, you know, within those actions that I did set. Even though it's crazy, I know I can get through it because I have a plan and a strategy. So definitely working under pressure is something I do a lot. So having clear next steps as well as a timeline to guide what I'm doing and, staying grounded in who I am and what my mission is definitely key to getting anything done in times of chaos, especially with staying rooted and grounded during those times. Thank you.
So the way that I stay rooted and grounded in chaotic, high-stress situations is, one, I make sure that I'm focusing on completing the task at hand. If there are other people involved in getting it done, I'll delegate duties through requests to them. I'll say, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Then when everything's said and done, I make sure I thank them and acknowledge their work by telling them good job. And then also what I do is if it's just like really stressful and just chaotic, I'll tell myself like good affirmations just to keep myself rooted and grounded. So I'll say things like, I can do this, I got this, like I deserve to be here, I know I can do this, just things like that, just to reaffirm that yes, I can do this, yes, I deserve to be here, and yes, like I can handle it, I'm capable.
Man, sometimes things go on around us, man, that causes chaos, man, frustration. We get overwhelmed, we get stressed out. We feel that pressure. Things like this, man, it knocks us off our post sometimes, and we tend to ease up off the gas, and it happens. But when that happens, man, something that I do, I go back to that very first moment I had, that feeling that I had, that made me kick off my mission in the first place. And I replay that feeling I had, I replay that day more than I replay my frustration, my frustrating thoughts. I have frustrating thoughts, but I don't want to play those frustrated thoughts more than I replay how hungry I am to accomplish my goals, man. Don't ever tell yourself how hard it is more than you tell yourself how bad you want it, man. You got to keep on, we got to be careful how we talk to ourselves out here, man. Even when things is going really good, people get comfortable. You still always got to remember why you started what you started in the first place. Stay grounded, stay level, man. Find that balance. Practice self-care, man. Always practice self-care, and get to where you're trying to go. You on your way.
Yo, so how do I stay rooted, grounded, and focused in moments of high pressure? I just remember that everything's a process.
My name is Dr. Tiara Ellis, and I'm a psychologist based in Los Angeles, California. And how I stay rooted during times of chaos is by my number one, going to the beach. When you go to the beach, you activate your brain's prefrontal cortex, which is associated with your emotions. So you're putting your moods back on a high, putting those emotions back on a high. Another way is through grounding. What happens during grounding is you're electrically allowing yourself to reconnect with the earth. And so you're not thinking about yesterday, you're not thinking about tomorrow, you're just focusing on that present moment. And you may focus on one object or one color and just stay focused on that and just stay in the here and now and allow yourself to, it grounds you and brings you back into your present moment. So those are ways, two of my favorite ways that I stay connected are rooted during times of chaos.
So I've come to learn, no matter how much we try to avoid it, chaos always feels the need to show up. But how we respond to chaos is what makes the difference. It could either make you or break you. Now the question was asked, how do I stay rooted in the midst of chaos? And my answer is pretty simple. I remember my why. I remember why I decided to go after my dreams. I remember why I decided to pursue whatever I decided to pursue in life. And I believe that makes a lot of difference, because as much as the chaos can be great, the setback can be great, your why is greater. Now, I'm not talking about a why, oh, I'm just doing this because I don't have nothing better to do. I'm just doing this because I want the money. Your why has to be so impactful that not only does it impact you, but it impact people around you. So never forget your why. And yes, again, The setbacks might be great, but when you have a why that's greater, you will always be rooted. So never forget your why.
Hello, my name is Jody Watts. I am the founder of JS Creatives, which is a media production company that is based in Los Angeles and also operates in Phoenix as well. And part of what I like to do to maintain a good mental health and to even just continuously stay grounded in high pressure situations has been always utmost to take care of my mental health first. That's always been my number one priority in every project I do. I always ensure that I'm on a schedule that can rigorously maintain that I am at least making time for myself. I am making time to at least continuously explore my creativity. I am also taking time to be reading and taking time to be cooking healthy meals as well. And on the topic of healthy meals, my entire diet plan also is what keeps me grounded, especially in high pressure situations and taking on a high pressure workload as well, because oftentimes my job can be very physically demanding, especially for when it comes to going out and shooting all day and often being out till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and then having to wake up the next day as well to edit more footage. I find that the food that I put inside me gives me the energy to keep going. And throughout this year, I've become particularly mindful of making sure that I am just on a balanced diet and that everything I do is able to keep me energized in a healthy manner. And finally, the last thing I enjoy doing to keep myself grounded is always maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, because again, just from being awake at 3 or 4 in the morning, it means that I have to be very mindful about how much sleep I get every night. Sleep just fuels your creativity. It can keep you inspired in so many ways, and by losing that, you begin to lose your sense of self. And so it's just highly important that you maintain all 3 elements, in my case, just to be able to continuously do the work that I do. I thank Dom so much for presenting me this opportunity to even speak as well. The Iron Root Collective has been one of the very first organizations to even provide me an opportunity to be filming, especially within the Phoenix area. And through this, I know that this workshop you have today, you guys are going to be enjoying so much. And I hope you guys have a blast. And thank you, Dom.